Hey, what's up? This is J. Lucky Henry. So today we're going to talk about what defines a luxury home. Now, it may be different in different markets, but let's talk about what defines it globally. Get ready. This is J. Lucky Henry, Keller Williams agent in the greater Boston area. You won't believe how many people need to get real. REAL, Real Estate Explained, amazingly by Lucky in 90 seconds. Irritate. Welcome back, it's J. Lucky Henry. So we're talking about what defines a luxury home on a global scale. Now, is it a price point? Is it a certain amount of square footage? Well, let's start debunking them one by one. It's not price point. I know you're like, $1 million is luxury. No, $1 million is not luxury. Now, in some parts of the world, it may. We'll get to why that is in a second. But is it a certain size? Is it a certain amount of square footage that defines luxury? Also not the case. Luxury is not defined by square footage because you could have a very luxurious 1,200 square foot apartment that would still be considered luxury, especially in cities like Boston, New York, right? So it's not size, it's not price. Well, it kind of is price. Let me explain. So luxury is defined as the top percentile of properties in a market. So it's accepted, right, that it's the top 5%. Now there's also a category that's called the top 1%, the ultra luxury, the super rich, right? But the top 5% of your market is typically considered the luxury end of the market. So let's take my market, for example. I work in greater Boston area, the Boston condo connoisseur. So for Boston condos, what would be considered luxury? Is it $1 million? Nuh-uh, right? It's a little higher than that. What's considered luxury, the top 5% based on 2018 sales. So based on 2018, luxury would have been anything north of about 2.1 million, right? Around there, going up would be considered luxury because that's in the top 5%. Now, anything below that wouldn't be considered luxury. That would be middle class, upper middle class, and so on and so forth. There was over 45,000, right, condos sold, and it's just incredible that 2 million is what we consider luxury in Boston now. So it's climbing up. Now, when I said $1 million is not luxury, I meant specifically in Boston and in areas like Boston, maybe New York, etc. But when you move out of places like that, let's say somewhere in the Midwest where there's not that much of the $2, $5, $10 million range, then you have where the top 5% might include $1 million areas. Now again, it also matters where you're looking, because let's stay in Massachusetts, for example. If we stay in Massachusetts and move to the west of Massachusetts, $2 million is luxury for Boston condos. But if you're looking at single families in the western part of Massachusetts, now $2 million might be super rich because the price point might be around the 1 million for luxury. You see what I'm saying? It's not a certain dollar figure. It's being in the top 5% of whatever you're defining as the market. So if we change it from just condos to single families, that number would change. So that's what luxury is defined as. It's not just the architecture, the style, the design, the colors, because guess what? Trends change year after year. But no matter what year, you can look at this and look at this video and remember how to define luxury. It's in the top % of your market. It's been real. It's been 90. Gotta go. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. This is J. Lucky Henry, and I'm here to keep it real with you. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call or text 978-712-0244 and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more.